This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
Lynn Winters joining us again. So excited that she's here as our professional of the year from Cayuga Energy Arts, and she's a certified hypnotist, past life regression. She also does so much as a Reiki master. She wears many hats, and she's from the Finger Lakes up in New York State, the New York State area, if you're not familiar. But she's helping people all over with self-hypnosis and so much more. So let me have the lady of the hour introduce herself. Say hello, darling.
Hello, thank you very much. I am
Always a
certified
pleasure
in
having you here.
hypnosis. Yes, thank you. I'm loving being here. I appreciate it.
Thank you. For those that may not know, just a little overview as to the work you do, and then we'll dive in for today's topics.
All right. I do Reiki, group Reiki. I also do certified group hypnosis and individual past life regression hypnosis. I also do one-on-one Zoom consultations. You can get that through my website. That's Keuka, Keuka, energyarts.com. And I created Winter's Self-Hypnosis series that's also available on my website.
Beautiful. Well, we're excited you're back here, and we're going to kind of dive in a little bit further today and talk a little bit about some of the things that are affecting a lot of us worldwide. I call it sleep, and some of us are sleep deprived, not getting enough sleep, interruptions in sleep. We're going to learn a lot about sleep and about sleep today from you. But we need to break down first, what are some of the causes of why we have insomnia? And for example, is insomnia the definition for not sleeping, or is there something more to insomnia?
That's a very good question. Well, first of all, I think that insomnia is any time that we're not sleeping. And we've all had either bouts with it, every once in a while I'll have it, or some people have chronic conditions where they have it constantly. And regardless of whether it's just occasionally or whether it's consistent, the causes are the same. And I'm going to explain a little bit about how we fall asleep, and that will make sense to people, I think. So basically, there are 5 different vibrational frequencies, that's vibrational speeds of the brain. And most of them we go through in and out of every single day. One of them is quite rare. But for us to fall asleep in an everyday life, we usually live in beta. And beta is when we are wide awake and we're analyzing and learning things and problem solving. That's beta. And a lot of us seem to get stuck in beta, that we go from one thing to another to another. That's that monkey mind that I had mentioned before. And then when you begin to meditate or you take a long walk and you feel completely differently when you get back, that's alpha. And then there is also theta. And theta is when you feel like you have taken a long drive and you showed up there and you don't really know how you got there, but you did. Or just before you fall asleep, when you're not quite into delta, which is sleep, but you can hear things that are going on in the room. And if someone called your name, you would make a decision if you wanted to get up or if you wanted to just stay there and continue down into delta to fall asleep. That's theta. Theta is when there are a lot of images, and you can drift from there into delta. And theta is also when you can address your subconscious, and hypnosis takes place into theta. And so we are designed to go through every one of those layers into delta, from beta to delta, when we fall asleep. If we are living a life where we are stuck in beta and going from one thing to another, and we don't take a break, that's why I often recommend that people do that. Just stop for 3 minutes, because your brain needs to stop. We're not designed to live in stress all the time. Stress is something that should be a temporary situation, and then we come out of it. And when you observe animals, they are constantly, sometimes they have somebody that's trying to kill them and eat them. And then as soon as that's over, you see them just peacefully grazing. They can let go of stress. But we have a tendency to not let go of it. And even if we keep reliving it mentally and thinking about it over and over and over, your body and your brain know no difference between when you're thinking about it or when you're actually experiencing it. And so it keeps us in a constant state of stress. And that's what makes
Wow.
it really hard for us to fall asleep.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
And by the way, let's not talk about the devices, the phones, the TVs.
Right.
That's also distracting us. And there's more and more of that in society every day, right? The tablets, people bring work into bed with them.
Oh,
The
yeah.
bed is different. It's not just for sleep, it's entertainment all above us and around us.
Exactly. That's a very good point. So the electrical things, first of all, they send out a frequency. You just want to remember that. And they also keep our brain stimulated. They keep that analytical brain stimulated. And so oftentimes people are addicted to their devices more than they realize. So if your brain starts to drift out of beta into alpha in the day, you'll want to get a fix. And so you'll grab your devices and it'll get your brain activated again. So you really want to be careful of your devices and not have them near you, like maybe across the room or something, or turn them off entirely. And let's talk about the bed for a second. The bed is for two things only, and one of them is sleep.
What's the
It's
other
not
thing?
our favorite pastime.
I just asking. I don't know if everybody uses beds, but okay. That was great. Oh, that
But
was
it's
fun.
true. It's
It
true.
is. Yeah.
Yeah. And so lots of times people read before they go to sleep, and that's also stimulating.
There you
So
go.
it's not so much that you can't read before you go to sleep, although there are much better choices than that are going to help you fall asleep. But it's important that you don't read in bed, that you have a chair in your bedroom or something, and that could be where you read, but never read in bed because your brain and your body, you want to associate relaxation and sleep
Okay.
with your bed. Yeah, really important.
Oh my goodness. Wow. You got me thinking. I'm sorry. Now my mind's in the gutter. Continue. Where do we leave off?
Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, good. Stress release. That's what that is.
Yes. Yes, exactly. So to add to what we were saying about insomnia, if you are just tuning in, we're here with Winters self-hypnosis. We're going to talk about the series in just a second. Lynn Winters is her name, and she's guiding us through the process of some recommendations now for sleep. What should we be doing that we're not doing? And we dove into some of the causes of insomnia, but now on a medical stand side, do people need to get checked out medically first before they go through hypnosis to see if that would help? Just curious.
That's a good question. I think either way is fine. If you feel that you are waking up and not sleeping very deeply because you have sleep apnea, what sleep apnea does is your body is not getting enough oxygen, basically. And when it doesn't get enough oxygen, it will stop breathing and then jolt you back up. And that jolt is what brings you out of sleep. And so if you need to have that realigned, then definitely see a physician for that. You don't need to see a physician to do hypnosis because it's harmless, it's relaxing, and it's positive, and so you don't need it for that.
All right.
Some recommendations for preparing yourself for sleep is really, really important. So when you go to sleep at night, it's recommended that or rather I recommend it, that you go to sleep a certain time every night and you get up a certain time every night. That's what your body wants. If it's inconsistent, the sleeping times, and it can be a little bit of a range on either side of that, give or take. But if you go to bed at a certain time and get up at a certain time, your body will be much more relaxed. It will know what to expect. It's not going to be that you're going to be working against it, trying to fall asleep when it's never been asleep that time, or trying to stay up too late when it goes to sleep earlier. And the other thing is, it's really important to have a ritual before you go to bed. Like about an hour before you go to bed, turn off all the devices. No television, no radio, no cell phone, nothing. Turn the devices off and have some kind of ritual that will help you relax and let go of the day. And for myself, I am a bath taker and I love baths, and I take an Epsom bath every single night because salt removes the negativity from your body. And so I take an Epsom bath, and I call it a candle bath too. I light my candle and I just lay there for about 20 minutes. every night, and it really, really relaxes me. Um, Also, if you don't want to do that and you're a shower person in the morning time, then it's really good to drink like some warm milk with honey in it, or a cup of chamomile tea, and to sit in your rocking chair in your I love rocking chairs, another thing, and sit in your rocking chair because they're very comforting, like when you were in your mother's womb, and just sit there and just pause and allow yourself to breathe. And rather than, a lot of times people stay awake because they go over all the things that they should do, or all the things that they did poorly that day. If you are going to be thinking about a self-evaluation, then count the good things that you did, the things that you did differently, and decide how you want to live tomorrow and the things that you would choose tomorrow, so that you have a positive mindset in addition to a winding down ritual. And another thing I wanted to say is, um, a lot of times when people are really ready to address their sleep issue, they begin to be obsessed about how many hours they sleep. I think that is, in my opinion, one of the worst things that you could think about, is because if you begin counting, then you've made it about a pass or fail situation, which is never going to relax your mind. I think it's
True.
better to focus on the time that you go to bed and the time that you get up, and to just allow yourself. If sometimes, if I have insomnia in the past, before I tried all these things, I would go to sleep or try to go to sleep, and I would just lay there, and hours would go by, and I'd look at the clock, and then I'd think, oh my God, I only have such and such hours left to sleep. And I would become more and more obsessed with actually making myself sleep, which would prevent me from sleeping, instead of lying down and telling yourself that you can just relax and just let go and just rest
Okay.
and take that pressure off yourself, and then you would fall asleep.
Wish I can get a massage every night before bed. That would work.
Oh yeah.
And if I do the
Well,
self
that's the
massage
other.
gun, I'm using too much. Yeah, I don't feel like that's making me relax because I'm doing it myself.
Well, that may be the other purpose for the bed.
Okay. Got it. Love this conversation. Lynn and I are in it today, fully together. Uh-huh.
Right.
Love it. All right. Wow. So, any other suggestions?
Yes, I was thinking about, this is going to sound a little crazy too, but I think it's really important what you wear or don't wear when you go to sleep, because if you wear some really crappy piece of crap that has holes in it and that you just don't care, that's not good vibes for you. I try to have, um, I like to sleep naked because I don't want to be tied up in all my clothing. I don't like it in the
Hmm.
sheets. But generally, when I'm not there, I'll wear pajamas or whatever. But I make sure that I love them. I want to love them. Love everything you ever put on, especially at night.
I like the silky pajamas the best, but go ahead. Sorry, I'm digressing.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. I do too, because they slip around and I don't have to wrestle with the sheets or anything.
Okay, got it.
But I
Got it.
think that that is really, really important. I think that people, another thing I wanted to mention about sleep is, we are animals. We are part divine and part animal. And we are designed to live according to the light,
Yeah.
whether it's light or whether it's dark. And if you have a night job, I would highly recommend that it's temporary and that you can work in the day so that you can participate with the system. And also listen to the birds, because we are designed to get up very early. And meditating very early around 4 in the morning is the most impacting for you to meditate. So try those things.
Interesting.
They work.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I'm going to work on this because I do have a problem. I'm guilty. And I have two little kids, 8 and 10. And this is going to be a whole nother issue. I'm just going to bring it up quick, but I still co-sleep. This has been the three of us since day one. So, well, not day one, but yeah. So we're still in the same bed. So I have the night schedule of a child, which I know is wrong and I have to change soon. But everyone's like, well, they're going to miss them when they're gone and they're going to be gone soon. I get it. But as a mom, I also feel entitled to watch TV. So lately, I've been watching TV and letting my kids watch TV. It is so bad. It's we bond, but it's just horrible. It's so bad for them. And now I have to try to break this pattern and habit. I tried reintroducing books back into the bed. They don't want it now. They want the TV. So hold on. I don't know if I have to go cold turkey or what I should do, but if I'm laying with them, I'm going to fall asleep, then I'm going to miss watching my show. So I've kind of dragged them into it at this age, and I feel like,
Yeah.
how am I going to fix this now? I'm sorry.
No, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. I would say the best way to fix it is to give them something that they like more.
Okay.
You could try a variety of things. Have them decorate their own room for sleeping and choosing the bedding
Yeah.
and choosing some nighttime books, create
Okay.
different rituals.
Okay.
Get them to do I don't know if they take baths in the morning or at night,
At night.
but get them, okay, good. You could add some lavender is relaxing, like a lavender bubble bath to them. Create a
Okay.
whole new set of rituals that would be without the television in the bed. I think that, in my 2 cents, who cares, that it's more important to take the television out of the bed at night than
Yeah.
it would be to get them out of the bed.
Okay.
So
Thank
maybe
you.
you
Yeah, I've
could
done
do
two bad
one,
things. I know.
yeah,
Okay.
do one thing at a time. Do you mean, and first get the television out and create a different ritual with books. And
Maybe
you
my,
could choose, like, maybe you chose a bunch of ten new books. They got to choose 5 each. And they could categorize them to their most favorites. And they could read a couple of them with you in the bed, but their favorites are for their
yeah.
own bed.
Yeah.
There's
All
a
right.
variety of ways of making it special for them.
All right, good. Thank you. I like that idea.
Yeah.
All right, Kari, sorry, continue. Where do we leave off? We're talking insomnia if you are just tuning in with Lynn Winters, Kayuka Energy Arts, and she clearly has a handle on so much with her self-hypnosis, which we'll talk about too, and how she's helping, so many people with this. And we want to talk more about the process of helping you through the insomnia and, of course, your, self-hypnosis recordings and what that's all about.
Well, before I do that, I have another idea for your
Oh, good. Thank you. I didn't
for your
want to take
sleep
up too
issue.
much time on me, so I was trying to
No,
divert, but thank you. I
no, I
appreciate
like
that.
it when you talk. I like it when you talk about yourself.
Oh
Uh,
gosh, thanks.
I think that you don't have to sacrifice your television shows. Record them. Record your shows,
That
and
makes so
then you
much
don't have to
sense.
sacrifice them, and you can teach them to look forward to television hour or television, 2 hours, or maybe the three of you could each choose a show that you watch,
Oh my gosh.
a
And most
certain
of my
time.
stuff is on Netflix. I'm not even thinking. So yeah, I could watch it at
Yeah,
a later date.
yeah, you can just watch it at a different time. Another thing I wanted to mention before I get to the other topics is I think that it's really important to realize that sleep isn't just, it's really important to eat your vegetables and get your sleep. Sleep is when your body rejuvenates and recharges and heals. And if you don't sleep, it will not rejuvenate and heal and recharge. It will not. And if it's a chronic condition, it will make you sick.
Oh,
Really important.
all
Yeah.
right. I didn't realize. Yeah,
People cannot live without sleep.
true.
Yeah.
True. And, some people also say, was it standard to have the 8 hours? But then you have like the Albert Einstein branch where they say only needs 3 hours. I mean, overall, tell us just the truth. How much should we be sleeping, please?
I think that's a really good question. I think that 8 hours is a nice, nice number, but it depends on the person too. I have a lot of energy and I cannot sleep 8 hours. My
Okay.
general is about 6, 7 if I'm lucky. If I were to sleep 8, I would probably have a fever. It's just not my thing. But the consistency of my sleep is really good, and the quality of my sleep is very great. I don't even get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And I think that that's because I meditate, that my mind is I'm really able to drop in deeper. And I also feel that some people need less and some people need more. But I also think that society has made such a big deal about 8 hours that people have become obsessed over the 8 hours. And I think that if they don't get the 8 hours, they make it about the number, and then they're like miserable and they have a reason to be miserable to people. So I think that it doesn't really matter whether you need 5 hours and you're fine, or whether you need 8. And it doesn't matter if perhaps on one occasion you have 3 hours. You can still be a
Yeah.
happy, successful person that next day. You don't
True.
have to be a victim of a schedule to
And
be a happy, nice person.
I love that. Thank you so much. All right. Oh, what else?
I think that that sleep is supposed to be something that we look forward to and not something that we dread. If I have a lot going on in my life and I have a hard time sleeping, to get to sleep initially, I will focus on, first of all, I'll just send a message to each body part to just let
Okay.
go and thank you very much. We did a good job. And then I know this sounds really weird, but so what? I ask the angels to wrap me in their wings so that I can be calm and comforted.
Oh,
And then I fall right to sleep.
huh.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
I made that up
Oh,
myself,
did you?
and
I
it
didn't
works.
know. We're like,
Well, no,
oh,
most of the stuff I make up myself, and it works for me.
all right.
So if I'm really having a hard time sleeping, which is not common, I usually need comfort and
Mm-hmm.
security and peace that I'm having a hard time turning myself off. And then I focus on space, nothing. I know that people, they count sheep. I don't really think counting deactivates your brain. I think it activates it. So I would suggest trying something else, relaxing your body, letting the angels wrap you into calm and comfort, and then just focusing on space.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. But now, if we are still having trouble with this, the best way to do this hypnosis process to help us sleep better is what? How do we listen to our recordings? How do we start working with you? Like, could you just share a little bit of that?
Yes. The reason I created Insomnia Relief, one of Lynn Winter's hypnosis series recordings, is because my closest friend and my brother have severe insomnia.
Wow.
And I know a lot of other people have had it, and I know a lot of my clients talk about it. And so I wanted to give them something that's not drug related, or the mask related
Yeah.
if they don't need that. And so I created a CD or a recording where it takes you from beta through those stages of the brain vibrational frequencies that I mentioned, but you don't know that you're going down through them.
Got it.
And then you will get there and you will fall asleep during the recording. And then usually at the end of a hypnosis session, there's what call a session called an arousal, and that wakes you back up. But there's no arousal in this. I just let you go down into sleep, and then it just fades away. I don't bring you back out, so you can just fall asleep with it.
Got it.
And my friends had a little CD player, and the reason they use a CD player by their bed instead of putting it on their phone is so that they're not tempted to go into their phone and look at their emails or something. But they have a little CD player that's it's square and just a little bit bigger than a CD, and they just press it when they go to sleep, and then they fall asleep, and it turns
Oh,
itself off. Yeah,
really?
yeah, and it works. It works really good. And last week you had mentioned grief, and I had a client who's become a close friend of mine who lost her husband recently, and she's been having a very hard time sleeping. And so I sent her, I know that she has a CD player. I sent her a CD, and she said that she is really sleeping now every time. And when she travels, she takes it with her too, because she knows that there's like a safe support that she has that she can take with her when she falls asleep. So it works great.
Oh my gosh. Well, you know what? There's a solution for everyone, and you got to get started somewhere. So if you're not getting the proper rest, the proper everything you need, it affects your whole body. What have you seen happen to people who are not getting the proper sleep? Would you mind just
You
sharing?
know, I have seen people um, not sleep for days. I mean, days at a
Oh,
time, and and then be at a stoplight and fall asleep at the stoplight. Yeah, I have
okay.
seen people get all kinds of really strange conditions, like skin conditions, or um, I've seen people go into smoking marijuana to try to
Ah,
sleep every night, and so now you can become addicted to
to
anything.
that.
to anything, and so that becomes their night ritual, whether it's a healthier one or not. They're desperate to find something. So what they haven't done yet is to cure the uh, mental pattern. It's a mental pattern. You have to reprogram your brain to go down through those stages, and that's where the Winter Self Hypnosis series is really beneficial. But you have to have a ritual, and so it's really better if you can consciously select it instead of just randomly try things and then get stuck in something.
Well, thank you for the reminder and for the information. Unfortunately, we're just about out of time. Gotta ask, how do we wrap up today? And how can we contact you?
Well, first of all, I'll say that you can contact me through Keuka, Keuka, energyarts.com. And also, I think it's really important and it'll help your sleep if you just stop 2 or 3 times a day and just close your eyes for 3 minutes. You can even set the timer on your phone so you don't have to think about it. And just practice letting go of your brain. That will help you sleep so that you can go through those. Also, check out the recording on Winter's self-hypnosis CDs.
Beautiful. Will do. Thank you again for being here, for joining us, and looking forward to next time. And you always got something good in store for us. We appreciate that.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Thank you, Lynn. Enjoy the rest of your day. And again, congrats on being our Professional of the Year. We always appreciate your time here. And thank you. We'll talk soon.
Thank you.
Bye, honey. Bye.
Bye.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.